how to create experiment tutorial series. In this video we'll finish the experiment by showing you how to work with components library to locate components you are looking for and how to create completed experiment. We are going to trace from regulatory codes HIPAA for medical software to requirements for one software project called CCHIT. We already have one artifacts importer importing HIPAA which are going to be our source artifact. Let's quickly drag and drop another importer and import requirements as target artifact. So I'll go to importers, tier artifacts collection from XML, Poirot XML importer, and I will import the data from packages, first experiment tutorial data, target artifact CCHIT as stream elements components as the target artifacts. I can rename component by single clicking the label of the component. Import target artifacts. In requirements traceability domain, next category that user would look for is category tracers. In this case we have few options, ANC tracer component, VSM tracer component, but we also have a TF-IDF VSM tracer component. And since it has exactly the source and target artifacts input, we can actually take that one and just connect it to our experiment. As you can see, this particular component is slightly different. This is composite component. There is no difference in usage of composite component than regular component, except that you can view internals of composite component. Interestingly, this one is made of TF-IDF dictionary index and VSM tracer component. As you can see, it takes source and target artifacts and produces similarity matrix. So let us see how the similarity matrix looks like once we execute the experiment. As you can see, we have traces from source artifacts to target artifacts with assigned probability scores. The third category we are going to look at are metrics. In this case, I choose metrics computation for the single data set to compute several metrics. Apparently this one needs also answer set similarity matrix. Let's see if we can actually also import that answer set using the importers. So we are looking for the tier similarity matrix, and then in this case we have two options, from text file or from XML. I'm going to choose the one from text file. I'm going to import the data from the packages, first experiment tutorial data, answer matrix txt. In this case, if you read more information about it, you have to specify the separator. My similarity matrix has the semicolon as the separator between IDs of the artifacts. Now I can actually connect the metrics computation and reconnect TF-IDF VSM tracer to metrics computation for single data set. So as you can see, it takes source, target artifacts, answer matrix, and similarity matrix and compares the two, producing the results of the experiment results collection. If you want to view the data, we actually have to also add one visualization component. There's one interesting option that the user can use. He can actually filter the components library by the different types. As you see, if I click this one, it has added one filter here that filters the components library, displaying only components that they have the output of the given type. In this case, we actually are looking for the components that have an input. And as you see, in the metrics visualization category, we have a metrics results visualization that takes exactly that experiment results collection. So I'm going to drag and drop that one and connect it to this component, and we should be done. One thing also to check it out is the configuration of the metrics computation. So we can actually select what metrics are going to be computed. So I'm going to select, in this case, let's say all of them. I can also decide about the threshold for precision, and so on, so on. Once done, we can actually execute the experiment. If everything was correct, we can actually view the data and analyze average precision, recall, precision, and so on, so on. Precision recall curve. We can actually now try to improve the experiment and process the data. Again, I can quickly filter the library with the TIL artifacts collection, and for example find all the components that have the input and output of the TIL artifacts collection. As you can see, I have the category of the preprocessors and have several options here. If the component has the input and output, that means that it modifies the data that it takes. So in this case, for example, we could add English Porter stemmer to our source artifact and try to process the source artifact and output it with the same name or with a different name. In this case, I will just output with the same name, basically override what's existing there. And we can actually add more preprocessors and try to different things with that. This video concludes the tutorial series how to create experiment. More information you can find on TraceLab wiki. Also, you can look at the completed experiment in the tutorials in program files of TraceLab. Thank you.